Warning, the views and beliefs in the following program does not reflect the views of Boom Broadcasting. We give full creative control to our creators and do not believe in cancel culture. Ladies and gentlemen, happy WrestleMania week. Viewer discretion is advised.
Live from the MOWM studio, Boom Broadcasting presents The Nightcap. And your host of The Nightcap, mouthing off with Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Nightcap here on Boom Broadcasting, hosted by yours truly. I am the Mike that likes to mouth off. I am, in fact, mouthing off with Mike. And of course, we are at the final Raw before WrestleMania. And I had to bring in a man that will make you say, oh, damn, he is a part of Four Sides of the Ring. That is my main man, Nick Ram. What's going on tonight, good brother?
What is going on, brother? No, man, happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? You sent me that text. I was quick with it. I was like, yeah, put me on.
I'm not missing it for anything.
I'm not missing this.
It's great to have you back here on the Nightcap. Make sure you guys go check out Four Sides of the Ring this week for their WrestleMania predictions. Dropping Thursday, right? Right, Nimram?
Yep. Thursday live.
Thursday live, baby. Live.
I'll be 9 o'clock ish.
9 o'clock. All right. I'll be there. I'll be at the be in a little bit some Las Vegas casino action, trying to gamble my way to those WrestleMania tickets. I'll be tuning in. I'll be spreading the word. You know, got to take care of the boys at Four Sides of the Ring. That's for sure.
Put it all on red.
Hey, put it all on red, baby. I said
Mike,
it.
I'm telling you. Look, when you land, you go to your casino. Not the one that don't go to the casino in the airport. But when you get there, you go to the first casino. You take $25. You say, this is for Nitram. You put it on red. And when you win, buy you some merch.
Hey, there it is, folks. I'll even get you a little something as a little kickback action. Make sure we're covering all grounds here. Folks, we are 5 days away from WrestleMania, as you can see here on the Nightcap tracker. Nitram tonight, Monday Night Raw. Let's start off the show with a great comment. WrestleMania week is here. Predictions and a nightcap. What a fucking day. Speaking of predictions, Mr. Booking Like a Mark, Mark and Rick 8-Bit have done their predictions. They are on Rick's and Mark's YouTube. I'm sure Mark will comment the YouTube down below here, so I can put that up in a few moments. But Nitram, we are 5 days away from WrestleMania. Tonight was the go-home show of Monday Night Raw. So before we start breaking down some of the action on the show, what did you think about Raw tonight?
Well, it's an interesting concept, right? It's a go-home show. And I don't know about you, Mike, but I miss good go-home shows. I miss the big angles. I miss the fun that a go-home show gave me to buy the pay-per-view. And there's something about Triple H is that he knows people are going to get these pay-per-views regardless. So he just doesn't try, man. It makes me so sad that go-home shows don't feel big anymore. The guy just doesn't try.
He really didn't. I mean, there were some bright spots tonight. But yeah, I mean, it just felt like, was that a Raw or an infomercial for WrestleMania? Yeah, I mean, definitely. That's a good way to put it. I mean, it did feel like Raw was a commercial for WrestleMania tonight. More videos than, I mean, honestly, a lot of anything else.
And to be honest, you know what one of my issues was? I kept telling Brendan this all night. All the matches had people that are in Mania. I wouldn't even risk them. There were so many spots that almost went wrong tonight that I was like, he could have blown your Mania match right there. Yeah. I'm like, it wasn't worth it. You know what I mean, man?
Braun scared me the most. I don't know, man. Braun came up clutching the knee. He didn't look too happy. I mean, that scared me.
Right. The Ray match was full of botches. I'm so glad he came out okay. It was just like, he didn't need to be in a match. He could have easily did the Grande Americano thing as interference, and Ray, they got involved. There was no reason to have Ray in that match.
Yeah, you could have run Dragon Lee, Julius Creed instead.
Thank you. Like, I'm just like, Finn Balor didn't have to wrestle. Like, I get they did safe spots, But at the same time, it's like anything go wrong. Finn jumps off the apron. My instant mindset was like, what if he's Adam Cole and shatters his ankle? Now he's out of Mania. You know what I mean?
God.
You don't risk your A+ players that are there that have to wrestle in 5 days. Plus, I know you're trying to tease it, but I just seen the first opening 5 minutes of your WrestleMania match with Finn Balor, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, man. I didn't like that.
It's definitely some misses tonight. Bringing out the big guns for WrestleMania week. Hey, you already know ZWC. You got to bring out the big guns, man. He's gonna make you say, "Oh damn!" tonight. That's for sure. Last hour felt like what Nitram said. Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, it was a show. I mean, I'm a little sad that we really didn't see a lot of. For me, Nitram, not to get on a sidebar before we start breaking down the action, but I mean, you know, F it. It's my show. I guess we could. I think for what irked me the most here was the fact that everybody that has a that's on Raw, that has a match at WrestleMania was on TV or in person for the most part. Even Logan Paul's bum ass made an appearance physically on Raw to play himself his own video package, which 10 out of 10 heel work there. Except what I feel is one of the biggest matches for Raw is the Women's World Title. They went with 3 pre-recorded videos for Bianca, Rhea, and Io throughout the night instead of having them face to face. I felt like that was a huge miss. A huge miss.
No, I agree with you. They should have did the contract signing tonight. They played their cards way too early with this feud. You know what I mean? And now it's just like, in the video package, they were fine. I thought Io had the most outstanding and memorable one. Simply because it was all in Japanese, she sounded like an actual threat. And besides that, Bianca had that one line of, I've never been pinned at WrestleMania. So, yeah, I mean, they stick with me, but it's like, I feel like that contract signing they did last week with Io jumping, hitting the perfect drop kick, like it would have been a way better angle for tonight. 100%. Way better.
Way more impactful. Would have definitely sold that match home. I mean, as a wrestling fan, as a fan of those 3 women, I think I'm excited for that match. I'm sure, you know, I speak for you in that regard as well. But yeah, I think there was definitely some missed opportunities here tonight. Sean says, "What's up, good brothers? We had a lot of margarita moments tonight. Turn Raw." Tell the boys from Four Side. I said, "What's up?" Yo. As our friends at Four Sides of the Ring, they have their margarita match. Which is basically the match you go and you get a margarita for. I know a lot of those were Chris Jericho matches.
Not for me.
That's his goat. I had to do it. I had to do it. Logan James, what's going on, good brother? Dom, but Penta needs to win the IC title because my I did not know where we were going with that sentence, Logan. I like the thoughts to the beginning part of that. The second part of that, I have no idea.
What's the reasoning? It was just like, what was the reasoning? You know why?
I love your. Damn. That's it, bro. You got me saying, damn, Logan. I got the man who makes him say, damn, on the show, and then I got Logan making me say, damn. Oh gosh. Does anybody else miss WrestleMania Rewind nights? Imagine Punk with Paul Heyman facing Randy Orton or Rey Mysterio versus Cody Rhodes. Oh god, that would have been so fire. That would have been so fire.
I just feel like Raw was like when you go to Sam's Club and they're giving you free samples and you're trying to decide if you actually want to buy the product. That's what Raw was tonight.
That is what Raw was. Raw was literally a giant infomercial for WrestleMania. It was like, hey guys, don't forget this Saturday and Sunday, we are in Vegas for WrestleMania. And here's the matches happening. And here's all the people that are going to be in the matches. But we're not going to substantiate anything further or develop any stories any further. Just, we're here, folks. Welcome to WrestleMania week. That's basically what we got.
That's it.
I think Logan had a few too many margaritas. Sunday. A decorated former member of your United States Marines needs your support when he takes on Cody Rhodes in a shoots and ladders spit swap and makeout match. If you can tell me,
I love that prank call.
Greatest prank call
I
video of
love
all
that
time.
prank call.
Now just $35.99. Let's get to Raw, Knit Ram.
Yes.
The ring general kicks us off for Raw. Something, in my personal opinion, that should have been happening for the entire fucking weeks of up to this point with the build of the World Heavyweight Championship. I think maybe they kicked off Raw one other time in this road to WrestleMania. Kind of a travesty. Gunther feels like a total afterthought, but tonight's promo was probably his best promo in God knows how long.
Yeah, since he did it to the Miz, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's why I said, I was like, then this is as good as he, like when he was doing it against the Miz, when he was like Little Mike Mizani, because he got personal. You know, when Gunther gets personal, it's great. Gunther said, I'm gonna call my mom and tell her, look how I beat Jey Uso's ass. Like, that's the way you gotta do things. The problem is that I generally don't believe it. I don't believe in any way, shape, or form that Gunther's winning this match.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
And I think that's the issue. Is that I want that 50-50 chance, but they already took the main event from Jay. They took a lot of things from him. He's been looking weak. They beat his brother to a bloody pulp. Like, you gotta at least throw the strap on the guy. If anything, Jay's a transitional champion, so you know what I mean? Just they're gonna throw the strap on him. If Gunther wins at Mania, Mike, I'm telling you, Gunther wins at Mania. Call me back on because I'm gonna talk about how that was the right move, but I know he's not.
He's not, and I mean, there's a litany of reasons as to why, but I think the main one has to be one. Jay can't lose to this guy another time. This would be 4-0 against him, which is referenced tonight. I mean, you know, clean sweep. Okay, so be it. But then, I mean, then who the hell is taking, like, who's taking the title off Gunther? I think this is more of, like you said, this is the setup, the transitional champion, and we can hop this title around from Jey Uso to this person, to this person, to this person, to this person, until we get to WrestleMania next year. Easily, the world title is going to pick up at least 3 or 4 other holders on this 2025 year. There's no doubt in my mind.
Oh, yeah.
So, Jay's winning. We're eating everywhere in the Las Vegas Strip.
Yep. We're eating.
It's already sticky as is walking down the Las Vegas Strip. The ground's already sticky, and then we're just going to add to it with a lot of yeeting. It's gonna be a mess.
Y'all gonna
I
eat
feel
like
bad
they
for
do
the
in
cleanup crews.
2K25, they move their whole body. They're like, it's not even the arms.
I'm just be hitting it like this. Just hitting it like this the whole night. You know, if I could even get in there. Like I said, the tickets are ridiculous. I'm not gonna have to second mortgage the house to go to WrestleMania in it, Ran. That's for damn sure. But if I end up making it, man, I will be up there in the rafters. Like I said in my predictions video that came out this afternoon, I will be eating with the cousins and the uncles, that we may have lost along the road with the Samoan dynasty. I'll be up there with them all the way at the very top of the stadium, looking down like the end of freaking the Water Boy with what's his name in the sky. That'll be me right there, baby, in the sky, in the clouds, watching Jey Uso yeet himself to a world title. Gunther won the triple threat at WrestleMania 39 against Sheamus and McIntyre. That was a banger match, Mark. Seeing that live, incredible. You do not have Gunther going 2-0, 0-2 at Mania. Oh boy. I mean, could you? 0-2 at Mania? Dr. Can we tell Cole not to do that? It's like off the race. Oh God. Oh, chaos on the nightcap. Always fun. Always fun, guys. Thanks for making it. Thanks for making the nightcap what it is, honestly. I don't know, Ram. I think you got to give this to Jay. I mean, Gunther looked great tonight. Good promo, but other than that, I mean, Jay comes out later. We'll talk about that. I mean, should we just talk about it now? I mean, let's just talk about it now while we're on the subject of this match. So
good. Then let me give you my fresher mind real quick, Mike. Let me give you my fresher mind about this. All right. One, yes, they should be the main event. I don't give a damn if it's CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and you know what I'm saying? My man, Jesus, could come down from the sky, be guest referee. I don't care. The main event of this WrestleMania had to be Jey Uso. And you know why, Mike? Because when I watched Jey Uso cut this whack-ass promo that he cut tonight, I thought one thing. I said, well, damn, the stadium doing the yeet at WrestleMania when he holds the title up high, there is nothing at Mania that's going to surpass that moment.
No.
There's nothing you can do.
No.
The fans love Jey Uso. They love to yeet. It's a yes movement kind of reaction. There's nothing you can put on after that that's going to top that thing. Unless you have a very big surprise for this triple threat. You know, I don't know if you caught it, but there was red phone action and all these rumors. But it's just a bad call. Like, Jey Uso is the most over person in WWE right now. Regardless if he can cut a promo or not. Because, God, what was that?
Tonight, I don't know what that was tonight. I don't know what the hell. He came out. He looked like I literally typed this out. Jey Uso was all business ahead of WrestleMania. And then I don't know what business he was conducting tonight because it was not the business I thought he was conducting.
My boy still on the table was ready to say something, and they just played his music again. I was like,
stop.
He forgot his lines? I'm confused what happened here. But he's so over. And like I said, the visual is going to be incredible. And it's going to make me sit there and think, do you remember when Kofi Mania happened and there were matches after that?
Yes.
It didn't like everything after that was an afterthought because Kofi Mania was such a beautiful moment.
Jack shit from after WrestleMania 35 or after Kofi won. Don't remember.
Exactly.
Couldn't tell you.
And I feel like that's what they're planning on doing with this Mania main event, which is a waste of time.
Listen, you can't put Punk, Rollins, and Reigns in any other spot, so it just puts you in a pickle. This is their own doing. This is why they got to stop with the Royal Rumble BS and going, the winner gets a guaranteed title shot main event at WrestleMania. Stop putting the main event, just say guaranteed title shot and just leave it at that. It's just saying main event at WrestleMania.
That's it.
Just stop doing it because then you set up stuff like this. Because I agree, the crowd, especially if they start Mania off with this match, which they have no shot, they have to do. They have no chance. They have no other option. They have to do it. The problem is that you're doing that match at, let's just say, 4 Pacific time, dude. So most people are wide awake. They're either off the libations. They're turned up. They're ready to roll, baby. And you kick that off with Jey Uso, that place is going to be rocking to start. So I think it makes sense to start hot as hell, and then you probably follow that up that following match with I hate to say it, El Grande Americano and Rey Mysterio. That's your second match of the night, or you throw on Jade Naomi, which I think would be a disservice to the women. But either way, that's probably how it plays out.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they're opening night 1 with Jay winning the belt. Yeah, absolutely.
It's just like, I don't know, man. It's just something about it that just irks me a little bit. Because I sat there and I was just like, damn. Like, I love the visual. When they zoom out with Jey Uso standing there with the fans, I love the visual. Hate the promo. It made me not even care that he didn't say anything. I was like, this is awesome. Like, you know what I mean? Some things are just bigger than other things. And Jey Uso right now is bigger than everything else.
100%. I mean, Jey Uso is, the fact of the matter is I said this in my predictions, and I don't like to rehash content on the Nightcap, but the person that benefited the most out of the Bloodline story was Jey Uso.
100%.
Look at what we're taught. Did you think 10 years ago when we're watching wrestling and we're watching these guys, him and his brother, come out with face paint, that we'd be talking about Jey Uso main eventing, or having a title match for the world title on WrestleMania? I did not think that was ever a possibility. I didn't think that was a possibility 3 years ago.
I was about to say that. I wouldn't have said it last year.
Absolutely not.
I was very big on, he's a tag team guy. Jey Uso won me over. But still, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just none of that sits right with me.
Can Jimmy and Jay pull off a Bella Twins magic?
Yo, that would be hilarious.
Jimmy cuts the promo and wrestles, and Jay comes back in to celebrate the win. I love it. I love it. I love it. But shout out to revisiting the Mania, man. They go back and they revisit WrestleManias. It's great. Carlos and his wife. It's awesome. They make great content out there. Great people. Mark brought it up in our prediction, so I'll ask you fellas. The WrestleMania reminds us of WrestleMania 22. So many people were in weird matches except Taker, Henry, casket match. What are your thoughts, gents? I mean, this is definitely some of these WrestleMania matches were side quests that turned into WrestleMania matches.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them were like perfect WrestleMania matches. Cena, Cody, perfect WrestleMania match. Chef's kiss. Seth, Punk, Roman, side quest turned into a WrestleMania match. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte, Tiffany, I'm on the fence with that one, Nitram. Is that a bona fide Mania?
I don't know, but it's about to look like a New Jack match. I don't know. Somebody getting hit for real there.
Yeah, someone's getting slapped up, man. That's a wild one. It's tough. I think there's a lot of good on this year's WrestleMania. There's a lot of people that I didn't think would make WrestleMania that did.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of matches on the card that do make sense, but there are a few that are head scratchers. So I guess that's the best way I would put it.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Women's tag match. Didn't have to be on Mania. I hate to say it. I love Liv. I love Raquel.
Nah,
I love
Liv
Bayley.
deserves. Let alone it's just to get Liv and Raquel on Mania, dog. This is a thank you to Liv. A lot. Sometimes I feel like a lot of these matches this year too are kind of thank yous to some of the talent for the last year.
Yeah,
for sure.
We got a 2-hour pre-show. Throw some of them on it.
We've been saying it for weeks now, dude. There's no women's mid-card titles. There's no other pre-show matches. But they are running NXT dark matches at WWE World all weekend. Genius. Throw some evolved talent in that ring, baby. Get some eyes on some people. Well, you brought it up. Great segue. Bayley versus Liv Morgan. Saw a little match tonight to kick us off with Raw. Liv and Raquel lose, which means they're winning at WrestleMania.
100%. 100%. Look, I'm going to go ahead and say
Liv loses.
I'm going to give you a little peek of what I see happening at Mania. Just a little peek here, Mike. Lyra is going to be so upset at Bayley that she goes heel because she needs a brand new revamp. No one cares about Lyra. I think they realize no one cares about Lyra. Bayley's not going heel again. I think Bayley eats the pin. The heels celebrate in some heelish manner. They leave the ring. Lyra goes straight at Bayley. Just straight loses it. And those dark wings finally become a meaning of her dark personality because she needs something.
Something. So I agree. She's too talented to not have a character.
Because otherwise, why is she even in this match? We didn't need her. I'm not trying to slander her, but there's a non-champion woman on that roster who easily could have got a slot here that could have fit. There's women tag teams that could have got a slot here. So if you're going to put the IC champion here, have the IC champion at least be a talking point at the end of the day.
Might as well make something beneficial out of this. Bayley is the heel. Logan thinks Bayley will turn heel.
I don't want that.
Seen it before.
That's what I'm saying. She's doing so great now. She started hugging people again. I love it.
Yeah. I think we have to keep Bayley as this character right now because I think it's got a little bit more longevity. Jey Uso is shown to be friends with Travis Scott. Travis Scott is aligned with The Rock, who's looking for someone to be his champion. Could Rock help Jey win and Uso go heel? Oh,
It's a stretch.
That's a stretch.
But everything with The Rock is a stretch.
Dwayne, where you at, brother? Where you at? You hiding under a rock? Because I don't know where The Rock is.
Dwayne probably going to look at this and be like, I love it. It's my idea. I pitched this 3 months ago.
So when we look at WrestleMania, the final boss had to come in and say, I'm taking souls. But then I realized, maybe it would make sense, back at the beginning of this, if Jey aligned with me to begin with, and it was all just a work, and I didn't actually take Cena's soul, but Jey was with me the whole time. And I had come up with this back in 2022. We're getting into that level of The Rock. I love it. It's like the documentary from last year's WrestleMania all over again. Let's get it. That's how we ended up with these lovely shirts, dude. We want Cody. This one's for Chano, specifically for Chano. WrestleMania. Raw. What a shame. Julius Creed versus Rey Mysterio, though. Good graps. Ram.
Yeah. They it's a little sloppy in certain spots, but It got what it needed to do. But I'm gonna tell you what I didn't like here. All right, Mike, I'm gonna tell you what I did not like.
Please tell me what you didn't like.
Rey Mysterio, one of the best to ever do it as far as the Lucha Libre wrestler, right? One of the greatest. He knows the rules. What a piece of crap, man. I believe Dom now. I believe he's a piece of crap. You don't rip off another luchador's mask. That is not lucha, Mike. That is wrong. Grande Americano went out there and Ray immediately started unmasking my boy. That is disrespectful in lucha tradition and culture. And for that, he's a piece of crap. I don't know what's going on with Rey Mysterio. He's forgetting where he came from, and I don't like it. Okay, don't like it one bit. That hardworking lucha wrestler, Grande Americano, just trying to go out there, help his boy Julius. And what does he get? Get his match tear up. It's not cool, man. Not cool. I thought you used the baby face. Right? What's going on?
Oh my God.
Just
come
saying,
on
man.
now. Come on now. Now, come on now.
I almost called Zombie King like, yo, your boy's heel? That's crazy. I'm just saying, man. You gonna tell me that wasn't heelish?
I was just a man trying to prove a point. He's trying to prove that El Grande Americano may or may not be Chad Gable, which I don't think so. I don't think that's Chad Gable. It doesn't track.
It's just not, man. He had a doctor's note that 1 week. I watched the guy get arrested while Chad did an interview. You know, I'm just saying.
I mean, it's seeming like there just could be some paranoia in the locker room. Maybe some of Eddie is rubbing off on Ray, much like it did on Dom. I mean, maybe Ray was just a deadbeat all along. Maybe Dom was right. Maybe Dom has been justified this whole time.
That's what I'm saying, man. I'm starting to believe Dom. His dad's a piece of crap. He's a hypocrite. Damn hypocrite. Can't go ripping off Luchador's mask.
Only you would find the levels to that of well, you know, how could you just rip off another Luchador's mask? You're a scumbag.
Crazy, man. What a scumbag. I'm glad you said it. What a scumbag. Rey Mysterio.
No.
Y'all heard it.
Rey Mysterio
Y'all heard it here first.
King. Rey Mysterio is my king.
Tweet it out. What a scumbag. Mouthing off the mic.
If anything, the Judgment Day were scumbags tonight. If anything, not Rey Mysterio. You know.
But Carlito's Puerto Rican, so that's my boy.
That's my boy. Got you, Carlito.
I got him, man.
Yeah, but you know, Carlito's still trying to figure out how he put himself back together after he got speared in half last week. So I don't know how he's out there. I don't know how he's still alive. How he's still in half.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know anything. Long awaited in-ring return for Karrion Kross. He is trying to have AJ Styles bring out those evil ways and get himself prepped for his match against Logan Paul at WrestleMania. Love the subtle details here tonight, Nitram, as told by Michael Cole on commentary. Karrion Kross went to the same gear maker AJ Styles goes to and got tights made similar to the way Styles wears his, as well as Karrion Kross wore his hair in the exact same way AJ Styles wears his, and he's been doing it for a few weeks now with these interactions. So, Nitram, we're both Karrion Kross guys. Hallelujah, he's back on TV.
Love him. I'm glad he's back on TV. I hope that means he resigned, because there was a lot of contract talk about him, and then he changed his Twitter name to his legal name, so I was a little concerned about that. But I really hope this means that he resigned. I hope he gets TV time. You know, I don't know if you saw it, but I tweeted while he was wrestling. I was like, why is he not on TV more? Like, he has everything. Storytelling. He is the perfect, and I hate to say it like this, but he's the perfect jobber. Because every time he loses, he doesn't lose credibility at all. Like, he's that villain on the TV show that we see get beat up every week, but we love the fact that villain's on every episode. Not like when Powerpuff Girls beat up Mojo Jojo, but then you're like, when you watch the episode and he's not on it, you're like, yo, where's my boy Mojo Jojo at? That's Karrion Kross.
You did not just compare fucking Karrion Kross to Mojo Jojo right now on the show.
You ever watched if you watch a rerun of the Powerpuff Girls right now, you'd be like, where's Mojo Jojo?
Oh yeah, I mean, all right, fine, fair.
That's how I feel when I watch Raw. Where's Karrion Kross?
I felt, for me personally, Karrion Kross is like a modern, like, okay, I don't want people to start going nuts on me here with this one, but to me, Karrion Kross, you can tell he drew a lot of inspiration from Jake the Snake you know, with his character work. And I always felt that Karrion Kross could be that modern day Jake the Snake. And it's just a shame that they won't give him that extra oomph that they had for him in NXT, because that NXT Karrion Kross run, I think we talk about it too much now. You know, it's becoming the new go-to clip on social media now. Instead of doing the Sheamus Cesaro hot tag thing, it's you know, Karrion Kross NXT run. But it goes to say the truth there. That run, hands down, I think stands the test of time. One of the best things Kross has ever done in WWE up to this point. All we need is a little bit of that, 10% of that, 15% of that. And you've got something really special with Karrion Kross, because I think, like you said, he's a villain that even in losing, he wins. He won tonight. Put his hands behind his back and he smiled right before he took the phenomenal forearm. He wanted this. He wanted Styles to beat him, right? Because he wanted Styles to be ready for Logan Paul, because he can't stand Logan Paul. So I thought that was brilliant psychological work, brilliant storytelling, and it makes Kross look like an absolute genius if Styles wins, because Kross can go back to AJ and say, hey, you're welcome. If it wasn't for me, you would have lost to Logan. I got you ready. I mean, well, like, even for just a throwaway match, it had such... It had a whole story behind it, and it was just a one-off match. So I win, utter win. Do more, Triple H.
Do more. Do better.
And he changed his legal name because of his book. Because he's got a book coming out.
Oh, yeah. I'm actually getting that book. No lie.
Oh, you pre-ordered? I haven't pre-ordered it yet. I don't order it yet.
I pre-ordered, and then I'm switching my pre-order to the sign, because now he just announced that he's going to be doing signature copies.
Oh, wow. That's pretty sick.
Yeah. But...
I still never read Becky's book. I bought Becky's book, never read it.
Yeah, I read.
Yeah, I read. I'd be reading. Oh, I mean, I'd be reading. You know, I'd be reading the cue cards here on the nightcap. And then Logan Paul comes out. Ram, talk to me about Logan Paul and AJ Styles at WrestleMania.
So, fun fact is Logan hasn't lost at Mania, right?
Oh, he lost.
He did lose?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
The architect, Seth Rollins, 39. Beat him.
Yeah. Whack. That's whack.
No,
that ruined my whole theory. Logan Paul's too good, man.
He's 1-1. He's 1-1 at Mania. He won in last year.
He won the tag team with The Miz also.
That was at Mania?
It was at Mania. Miz betrays him right after.
Oh my God.
I think that's his first Mania match.
That was was that
that's
Mania?
I'm pretty sure. But that being said, Logan's too good, man. Literally, first thing I said, oh, he introduced his own video package? That's heel 101. Like, that was the most heelish thing you could do. My boy hyped himself up, said, yeah, look at this. And it was a video package for him. Like, perfect. Logan's incredible. He got in the ring super fast. Like, I don't know if you realized how quick he got in the ring. Like, when Karrion turned around, I was like, oh, Logan got there real quick. But
yeah, hauling ass.
And his match is going to be great. Like, AJ Styles is one of the best to ever do it. Logan's really good. Rehearsing matches or not, he's really good. And he hasn't had a bad match. So I'm with it.
I'm cool with it. I mean, Logan's too good in the ring for me to sit here and say anything about that aspect of it. I may not like the guy. I may think he's whatever. But, I mean, from an in-ring standpoint, he can wrestle. He can do it. He's good. He's a great heel. You hate him already. It's natural. Like, it's literally so easy to root against him because of who he is as a person.
Exactly, man. I mean, like,
Styles, I think, should still win this match. There's no reason Styles loses. Please, God, don't. I just pray. I'm praying. I every night I say a prayer. Just Triple H, please don't let AJ Styles lose at WrestleMania. But it's gonna happen.
AJ did just resign. Maybe it was in his contract.
Big push for AJ Styles, please. Big push.
I think it's a big push for Logan, man. Hear me out. Hear me out. Jay needs bodies to eat. Jay needs bodies to eat.
Someone else just told me this too. I think it was Mike on the Nightcap Friday. Logan versus Jay.
I mean, it writes itself.
It does write itself. Biggest heel, biggest face.
And at least Logan cut a promo.
No, come on. You stop beating the shit out of that. You're beating the brakes off of this guy. Stop. Give the man a chance. All right.
I did. We did give him a chance, and they played his music again, Mike. He walked back and forth, looked at the microphone like he forgot his words. He huffed and puffed, and they played his music again. And then they gave him another chance to speak. And you know how he ended his promo? With "Play my music."
And yeeted. He said, "Oh," and then yeeted. I don't know what's going on in the mind of Jey Uso, dog. Logan won with Miz at 38 against Ray and Dom. There it is. Logan is getting that world title before the end of 2025. Sean,
I believe it.
I'll fight you, Sean. Don't speak that one into existence.
I believe it. You know, Mike, here's the thing, though, Mike.
Crash out.
With all the hard work he does, you can't even say he doesn't deserve it.
He does not deserve the world title.
He deserves
over a guy like AJ Styles, over a guy like
these guys who've been champ.
Breaker, as a guy over
Braun's gonna get his time. Braun's time is coming.
Logan Paul immediately deserves a world title before Finn Balor.
He deserves gold. Finn Balor's been champ. Man, he has that one day reign. Hey,
for a day.
In the history books. In the history books.
Now. Sami Zayn. Logan Paul wins the world title before Sami Zayn.
Yes.
Come on now. Don't be. Come on.
Yes. Quote it here. Logan Paul will win a world title before Sami Zayn. Quote it here. Quote it. When it happens.
If that happens, I can only be mad at one person and one person alone, Triple H.
Hey, Mike, look, when it happens, Sami Zayn wins a title, I'm going to Uber Eats you some spaghetti and meatballs.
Oh, I hate you so much. I'm going to Uber Eats you. Like
Logan Paul.
Let's move on.
Logan Paul wins a world title, Mike. I expect you to Uber Eats me spaghetti and meatballs.
I'll bring you. I'll make the meatballs homemade and the spaghetti, and I'll put it in a fucking heat case, and I'll fly that bitch down to the East Coast, and I'll hand deliver it on a silver platter to you at your house while Brandy watches you eat the mouthing off with Mike's homemade meatballs and spaghetti. All right.
Yo,
there you go.
3 months from now, that's going to be a crazy video of you just flying to North Carolina with some homemade spaghetti.
3 months? What do you mean?
3 months from now.
It sure as shit better not be in July.
When's Money in the Bank at? When's that happening?
July, around July.
Yep. Oh, 3 months from now.
God damn. I hate it here.
Paul wins one first. Rick, you're my witness. He's going to come to North Carolina. Spaghetti and meatballs. He's going to watch me eat it in front of Brandy.
And then you're going to have to take me to this infamous all-you-can-eat shrimp.
Hey, if you got permission to go, we'll go. I ain't getting in trouble.
I got my permission slip. I'll get my permission slip signed by a guardian. Don't worry. The all-you-can-eat shrimp club. Got it. Understood. He better have it cooked up for us for SummerSlam. I'm not even gonna. We're not even gonna touch on this. We're moving on. I'm over it. I don't want to talk anymore about Logan Paul. We got Penta versus Finn Balor, which was solid, and then everyone just brawls. That's it. Here you go. Everyone's brawling. No winner. No wasted space. I'm very concerned about Breaker. He was grabbing at the knee. I don't know if what the deal is there. If he's hurt, I'm sure WWE will tell us the day of WrestleMania.
He's hurt. He takes an immediate triple finisher, and he rolls out the ring for most of the match. Probably doesn't get seen again, but
probably
they'll figure something out. And then we get an audible. Put the title on Dom.
Put the title on Penta. Come on,
as long as
I see one month, I'll take it. Just give me 1 month with Penta as the IC title, and it will literally make up for the crimes that were committed when Penta was not wrestling as a singles competitor in AEW all those months when Ray was hurt. That'll make up for everything. That right there, one IC title run for Penta before him and Ray get drafted over to SmackDown or Raw in the draft after Mania as a tag team together to take on the tag team division and become tag team champions. One IC title run. Just give me one. Just do it once.
You'll get one speed championship and you'll like it.
I don't. God, I just want one. If Penta can walk out of WrestleMania in his debut WrestleMania with the IC title, do you know how much stock that puts in the wrestlers or the luchadors that have always said, like, I don't want to go to WWE. They don't, I'm not Rey Mysterio. They only care about Rey Mysterio. You know how much that does to add some legitimacy to, maybe Triple H is willing to book you as a top guy, and not just your name be Rey Mysterio or Dom Mysterio.
Look, I 100% agree with you because I saw Penta come out, give everybody a little, and I said, that's so cool. And Bernie said he really is like the next Rey Mysterio, but instead of giving the foreheads, he's giving everybody love.
He's giving everyone zero mano.
I love it.
What they do is, if you're smart and they're going to steal this idea, and I'm not going to get any sort of royalties on it, you make the foam zero miedo hands, so you can go like this.
Yeah,
right.
I'd buy one.
That's it. Easy. Everyone's buying them. Just do this foam zero miedo hands. Everyone and their mother's buying them.
Look, and I know they have leftover Cena ones. Just spray paint over them.
Just spray paint them. just spray paint this, and then you just turn it upside down, and then you can go like that. Everyone, imagine the views at like a stadium or an arena of everyone, like a bunch of fans having them big ass hands and just doing that. Like, it'd be perfect. Nevertheless, Penta, Balor, Dom, Braun. First time ever for a fatal 4-way for an IC title at WrestleMania. Even after 41 years of WrestleManias, Nitram we're still getting history, which I think is incredible.
Yeah. I thought what's funny is like they said that, and I was like, nah, because like WrestleMania 20 is like all fatal 4-ways. And I went back and I was like, yeah, not for the IC belt. I love that. Like you said, we're still getting history.
It's incredible.
Like, they're finding ways to do stuff. And, a lot of times they stretch. They'll be like, oh, this and that. But this is like legit cool history.
Yeah.
And I love trivia, so you know that already. But
he does love trivia. He does love trivia. He's the host of 3 Count Trivia on 4 Sides of the Ring. He's an absolute menace. He'll make you rethink your entire existence. I was down bad. I was down bad after the week of trivia. Shout out to Mark and Rick. Well, we've made it to the main event of Monday Night Raw tonight, and main event of Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen, you guessed it. It's more yapping and less grapping. We've got Roman, Seth, Punk, Paul Heyman, all live, living color here on Monday Night Raw to end the Raw before WrestleMania. Nitram, I think the only thing I really want to talk about is, what we got going on. But I think the one thing I want to show you is this.
Yes.
I love a good callback, baby. What a camera shot tonight. What a way to do it here. I got to give props to Lee Fitton, Triple H for this shot, because this right here was the icing on this triple threat cake, because this right here, not that, this sold it for me.
And it was all the little details, man. The black vest that Seth was wearing, call back to their bulletproof vest. Like, everything is this made up for all the rambling they did, because, man, it was some rambling.
A lot of rambling.
A lot of rambling. And a lot of truth to what Seth said, but then it was just more rambling. But that chair shot, beautiful, which told me one thing. If they ever wanted to have a solo match and run this feud the way they should have saved it for that.
Yeah.
Not this triple threat. But yeah, they needed something. Still not main event worthy to me, but they needed something.
I mean, I can agree to that sentiment. I mean, this was, I think, like I said, this was a year of WrestleMania of I feel like people getting a lot of thank yous for the last year. Drew McIntyre made the card this year. I think that was a big thank you to him for basically running the company on his back with CM Punk. CM Punk got his WrestleMania main event. I think that was a thank you and a sorry how you got hurt last year and missed WrestleMania. Here, let's throw you in a triple threat with Seth and Roman as a, kind of a continuation of kind of the last, 13 years ago. I do think that if Jon Moxley was in WWE right now, this would be a fatal 4-way.
I think if Jon Moxley was in WWE right now, Punk's not even close to this story.
That's also fair.
Honestly, like, you run that. You know what I mean? But Punk could be like special guest ref or something. But Yeah, I don't know, man. Paul Heyman is worth more than the world title. That's what I took it as. Every,
Yeah.
everyone fighting for Paul Heyman. I love it.
Paul Heyman is like the belle of the ball, man. He's like Prince Charming looking for Cinderella, with the glass slipper, man, because everyone wants to have Paul Heyman. Everyone wants Paul Heyman. He's the glass slipper. I don't understand. Like,
Where he's at, world titles come in.
that's true. A lot of Paul Heyman guys have went on to win world titles, except Curtis Axel.
Curtis Axel.
Curtis Axel's the exception.
He had an IC run.
He had an IC run. Counted it, baby. Counted. Put it in the books. Put it in the books. He's still in the Royal Rumble. He still hasn't been eliminated. It's 5,136 days now.
Well, even if he did win, Mike, he wouldn't get the main event.
You wouldn't get the main event. No one's getting the main event. The only main event. You know what's funny is not even the women's Royal Rumble winner Charlotte got a main event.
Nope.
That's crazy.
Mike, the loser to the Royal Rumble got the main event.
That's crazy. That's even crazier. That's a crazy sentence. Jey Uso wins the Royal Rumble. The runner-up is John Cena. John Cena gets his main event. Jey Uso's kicking off WrestleMania. Jey Uso's yeeting to start off the weekend. That's crazy. What a crazy timeline we live in. How about Seth though tonight? This is the most important match in history. Why Seth?
I feel like lines like that should have been saved when it's Seth versus Roman the last time. One-on-one, you set it up. You know what I mean? Like, this one-on-one feud, they use so much of the Shield stuff for this triple threat, and it kills me. Yeah. Because the one-on-one feud would have been real history. You know what I mean? But, yeah, that was a stretch. What was another line that Seth said that I was like...
He called Paul a scumbag.
Yeah, I know. Comparing him to Rey Mysterio is crazy.
Oh, my God.
Paul Heyman has never done nothing like that. Quote it here. Rey Mysterio scumbag. End quote.
I never said that. I never said that.
Run the clip back.
There was no instant review here on the play. I don't want to hear none of this nonsense here. On the nightcap, we're speaking lies. We don't speak lies here. We speak truths. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. It was like, also, what took CM Punk so long to come out? You know what I mean? Like, he was just sitting backstage with Paul. Paul doing quick jab jokes. Look at my eyes. What do you see? Coded personality. Ha ha. And then Paul waddling when he saw Roman walk past him, he's waddling behind him like, my tribal chief. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This feud either didn't need Seth Rollins or didn't need CM Punk. Roman was fine in both situations. Roman had the Shield. And Roman was playing my girlfriend's hanging out with her ex. I don't think I like that. You know what I'm saying? I promise you, she's just a friend. No. She's just that's crazy because that's really what it feels like. You got Paul hanging out with his ex and his girls watching. Like, really? Are you for real right now? Don't talk to me right now. Don't talk to me. And then Paul Heyman gets just face squashed down to the ground. Just fell like a ton of bricks by Roman. So that's it. Been taking bumps lately. I respect it. In Seth's eyes, he has the power to end Roman and CM Punk, who in Seth's eyes will ruin the future of the WWE. Okay, Brandy. There you go. There's an explanation as to why Seth feels this is so important. Why is Brandy still awake? You go. Brandy, I love it, Brandy. Thanks for being awake here on the nightcap. It's late. It's late for you guys. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, Seth cut a really good promo. I'm just not that invested in a triple threat. I just feel like either Seth had to be pulled or Punk had to be pulled. Roman is fine in either situation. Because you're like I said, you're mixing two stories. It's Dom Live Real Love Triangle with Paul Heyman and the Shield guys. Shit, it really is. Is really Dom is. Paul Heyman? I guess Paul Heyman in this analogy. Dom is in fact Paul Heyman. Ooh. Any closing remarks here on Roman, Seth, and Punk and the love triangle with Paul Heyman?
Nah. Closing statements. It's gonna be a banger.
It's gonna be.
I know that much. It's gonna be a banger, and Roman's gonna do something that makes me a little bit emotional. I'm with it. Do you think we get a fist bump?
Cry?
Do you think we get a quick fist bump?
With Seth?
Like we got to take Punk out. Fist bump.
I see where you're going with this. I feel like there's going to be a part. Obviously. Well, actually, I don't know, man, because the announce table doesn't break anymore. So I was thinking like you could do the power bomb, like have Punk like laying on the laying on the ground. Roman and Seth are looking at each other, looking at the announce table, and Seth or Roman puts his knuckles out, for Seth, and maybe I could see that happening. I could very well see that. Dom brings championships home to whom he manages. So yes, Dom equals Paul Heyman. All right. There you go. I never thought we would compare Dom to Paul Heyman. I never thought that Nit Ram would call Rey Mysterio a scumbag.
Mike, he did scumbag stuff. You don't tear a luchador's mask.
He's trying to prove a point, but he
went on a rant. This is the same man, Mike, who went on a rant when Xavier Woods accidentally slipped off his mask, went on a rant and said, "You don't do that to luchadors. That's the pride of it. Look at you. You're a hypocrite." Xavier Woods is right. Rey Mysterio's a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite. Dom was right. Everyone was right about Rey Mysterio. We're just being blind.
That'd be the funniest gaslighting storyline WWE could do, is just Rey turns heel out of the blue, and everyone's like, "Damn, Rey's a heel," and Dom and everyone else are like, "We told you. We literally told you. You think you know him? Well, you didn't really actually know him. He's a mystery for a reason."
Comes out with a mask, and y'all all forget.
Hi, Nathan. Hello.
What's up, Nathan?
Where's a mask? Fucking hate you guys. This is what we got to deal with. Listen, 5 days away from WrestleMania, Nit Ram, and it's time for everyone's favorite segment of the nightcap, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the last call. How excited are you for WrestleMania 41, Nit Ram?
It's sad to say, this is the least excited I've ever been for Mania. And I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is, because the matches look great. A lot of these stories look fine, and I just don't know what it is. But every year for WrestleMania, I get real excited. I plan parties. We met up at Mania.
We did.
Beautiful moment. I get real excited. I'm more excited for Stand and Deliver than I am Mania this year. And it's kind of sad, because it's like I feel like Mania's being forced on me now. I keep getting this big schedule of everything that's going on, and I'm just like, I'm not excited for any of it.
Dude, it kind of stressful now.
Yes.
Like,
maybe that's what it is.
Stressful as fuck.
I feel like I'm being forced. Like, the Hall of Fame is at 1 a.m., Mike.
Dude, the Hall of Fame tickets are absurd. Like, I look, I got mad love for the for the Hall of Fame class and everything. But when you're asking people it was originally a post SmackDown event, and they felt, all right, well, that's not enough, because people last year, were you at SmackDown last year? Did you guys go? Okay. So I went to the SmackDown last year, and a lot of people had literally walked out of the building after Paul did his speech. So they didn't even see the rest of the Hall of Fame class. Like, they didn't see Bull Nakano. They didn't see Rotunda and Wyndham. They didn't see what was the other guy's name, dude? The old dude. Oh, shit. Thunderbolt Patterson. They didn't know it. Like, everyone left. Like, there was a good chunk of people. So I get their logic on the Hall of Fame thing here, but when you're asking people to spend anywhere from $100 to $200 to listen to people talk, that's only for a certain kind of fan. That's for the fan that's got that extra coin.
Is it not included with the SmackDown ticket?
It's not, dude. It's a separate ticket event.
That's crazy. It's crazy to me.
That's the one thing. Like that, this year's WrestleMania, last year and the year before and a year before that, you could go to SmackDown, stay for the Hall of Fame after. It was all in one ticket. And I thought that was the best setup. But then because of the reaction they've got the last 2 years, when it being a little bit lackluster with the crowd, because the crowd's exhausted after a show, they decided, all right, we're going to just post it at a separate venue, after the show, and the people that want to come will be there, and we'll just load that bitch up with all the wrestlers, current, past, and future, and that'll make up the crowd. And then we'll just price everything out up to the uppers, and that's it. And that's exactly what they're doing. I am as well excited for Stand and Deliver. I actually just got my tickets today, so I'm amped up. I was able to walk in there for $60. I'm hyped. That's a steal.
What a deal.
For WrestleMania weekend, that's like the cheapest you're going to get all weekend.
Yeah, what a steal.
What a steal.
Crazy.
Third row, 100 level. I'm not complaining. If I end up not making it to any other shows that weekend, or if I don't make it to Mania, I'll be happy. At least I went to Stand and Deliver. Straight up.
Yeah. It's a better card, in my opinion.
I mean, well, we only have 3 matches right now, so we're figuring tomorrow is gonna be the.
On speculation, it's a better card.
It's a better card, right? Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's just Mania doesn't feel like Mania this year. And you know what I think it is? I think it's all the negativity. It was the ticket sales, people reporting that, fans really couldn't go to WrestleMania this year. It was, and then WWE kind of backing that up too. They were like, oh, we know this is the most expensive Mania, but it's this reason. But like, fans want to be able to do this stuff too. And I get it. Vegas is a celebrity land, but like, they could have did so much with Vegas and gave back to the fans, and they just didn't.
I mean, that's a huge part of it. And then, of course, because you're in Vegas, they added a ton more. And now it's like it's over. Like, as a fan, like, full disclosure, guys, I'm gonna be in Vegas that weekend. If you see me, say what's up. I'm not afraid to say what's good to you. But for a fan going who is looking at this from a financial standpoint, like there's no reason to even step foot in Vegas. Like, unless like it's too expensive. Like, it is overblown. It's overpopulated with stuff, and they're asking way too much from the fans. And especially with the way things are going, like, I would expected them to have been like, all right, let's scale down a little bit. Let's drop the prices. But everything's holding steady.
Netflix, all those Netflix people are going to be in the crowd. That's fine.
Doing a little golf clap. I'm just not as hyped for Mania as I've been in years past. The build is a bit lackluster in some areas, and Raw didn't exactly help themselves. I agree to that, ZWC. I think having that, I expect it to deliver. Same with Stand and Deliver. No, I think this could be one of those things where it's like, where on paper everything looks kind of like average, and then everything over delivers, and we're like, holy shit, that was the best WrestleMania ever. Like, there's a potential for that, or there's the potential for all of us to be kind of right and say there was good, there was bad, and there was ugly. I'm excited for Io Sky, Rhea, and Bianca. I am excited for that match.
I mean, in a weird way, I'm kind of also happy the bar's set low.
That's also true. Yeah.
They can't let me down more than I'm already let down.
That's fair. Valid.
I'm ready for it. Also, it's Easter weekend. I got to worry about Easter too. You know what I'm saying? It's the whole thing. I got a kid. I got to do egg hunts.
You got Rick saying it's either I skip church or try to stay awake after the Easter feast.
Right.
You got egg hunts.
That
took away from that this year. That's true. That's fair. I mean, once SmackDown goes back to 2 hours, I think things will help out a little bit in the summer. That'll help.
Yeah, that third hour is something, man.
Oh man, that third hour of SmackDown is
Don't call me for those shows, Mike. Don't call me for those shows.
I try not to. I try not to. Well, Nitram, it's been an absolute honor to have you on the last Raw before WrestleMania Nightcap. That's a mouthful. Say that 5 times fast for me. Tell the people what's going on with Four Sides of the Ring, what's going on with you, where they can find you, what's cooking. Good looking, I guess.
Yeah. Four Sides of the Ring, we're on every Thursday. We're live, usually around anywhere between 9 to 9:10ish. Sometimes we have delays. We talk it up. It's a group of 5 of us. We always switch it out, in and out, in and out. We have Chano, we have Brandy Savage, we have the founder Marcus, we have professional wrestler, ECPW wrestler, East Coast popularity, Zombie King, Anthony Lee. He's on there. He gives us wrestling perspectives. And then, of course, there's me, just to be a hater on there. Someone's got to hate. We go live. We have our predictions for WrestleMania this Thursday. man, we're part of Hate You, Mike. Whenever you want to join Hate You, you just let us know.
We'll find out. I might be joining Hate You right after this WrestleMania if
Right
my
after Logan
favorites,
Paul wins. It wins his
after
world
Logan Paul
title.
beats AJ Styles. That's it. It's full crash out. I'll do an impromptu fucking WrestleMania night 1 nightcap. I'll be in the hotel on the phone. Phone will be on fire. I'll be on fire. They'll be calling the fire department to put me out. I'll be so hot. You'd be thinking you're on the sun, bro.
But yeah, you catch us any Thursday. I am Nit Ram. I'm the one that makes say, "Oh damn." You can find me on Twitter at NITRAM_4SOTR. That's NITRAM_4SOTR. And yeah, I'm here whenever Mike texts me and says he needs somebody.
There it is. That's my guy. Can always count on him. I can never count on him to fix trivia because he's always staying neutral and give me the softball questions. I'll always get the hard ones. I'll always get the curveballs, but I love him nevertheless. Go show some love to Four Sides of the Ring this week, Thursday, 9:10, maybe 9:15 if channel's lagging. He usually lags. As well, go show some love to Booking Like a Mark and Rick 8-Bit. Go there. Predictions are out there on YouTube. I've retweeted their post on Twitter. So go to my Twitter at MOWM_podcast. Boom Broadcasting has a bunch of content coming out this weekend for you. I think we've got about 5 different WrestleMania content videos coming out with different creators like Sean. You've seen him commenting here. Mike Davis, the Prez, just dropped 5 things WWE needs to do at WrestleMania on Boom Broadcasting. And as well, Saturday and Sunday night, there will be a Boom Broadcasting WrestleMania pre-show live on Boom Broadcasting. I'm hoping to maybe join it. I might be in the rafters with the Samoan Dynasty. I might be at the hotel watching WrestleMania. We don't know. We'll find out. If the wheels are running red for roulette, I'm putting it all on red and I'm getting there. Make sure you guys do go check out my WrestleMania predictions. I did drop them here this afternoon at 6:00 Eastern Time, 3 Pacific. They are on my YouTube at MOWM_wrestling podcast. And stay tuned for Thursday for my NXT Stand and Deliver predictions that will be coming out as well. Nitram, that's it. The next time we'll be talking will be after WrestleMania, so we'll get to hear if Hate You is in business and if there's a new member coming. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming in and viewing the nightcap here tonight. Enjoy WrestleMania. If I don't talk to you from now until then, go out there, enjoy wrestling. I'm out of here, guys. Good night. Sweet dreams.